Greetings, ladies and gentle readers. It is now 2023, and if you are like me, you probably are wondering, what am I going to read next year? You might even be wondering, did I read all the good things last year? Is there anything from there I should have avoided? Well, I'm here to answer some of those questions, because although I did not read every book that came out last year, I do tend to stick to the fantasy and science fiction genres, and of those I've only read a selection. But I did read me a very wide selection, so I thought of the books that came out last year, here's some that you should maybe consider reading for yourself, and maybe some you should avoid at all costs. Starting out strong, we've got Academy Arcanist by, I'm gonna go ahead and pronounce it, Shami Stovall? Not entirely sure. Names aren't my strong suit. But what I can tell you is this: of the fantasy books that came out last year, it is going right up into the top recommends. Shami Stovall, in my opinion, is a nice tried and true author. Hard to go wrong with what they write, and this little tale will definitely tide you over. They've got a universe that's already seen through an entire series. It's got some history. It knows how it operates. It's not wish fulfillment. Characters kind of struggle through it. Though it is your standard going to an academy to learn kind of thing. Only you're going to the academy to learn about the magical creature that's now kind of sharing your body and giving you your powers. It's kind of cool. Check it out. It's well written. I like it. Hard to go wrong. The Arcanist Empire, I confess, is a little bit of a tough one for me, because I think every time I read it and reread it, I don't remember what it was about. Which tells me maybe it's B tier at best right now. Like, I think I remember. You have the hero growing up in a valley, hence volume 3 of the Hero of the Valley. So I'm pretty sure that's what it's about, and he goes into the great wide world, and then I'm drawing a blank. Like, I'm not sure if it was very memorable. I think it was well written. I think there's nothing really amazing happen. There's like no really huge things like, oh yeah, that's why I'm reading this over and over and over again. Like, it's okay. I think it's an okay book. I vaguely remember what it's about. It just doesn't stand out as being good or bad. If you need something to tide you over for a weekend or whatever, might check out the series. It's not bad. It just, for whatever reason, doesn't stick with me. I don't know why. Maybe it's a me thing. Maybe it's a me thing. Azerinth Healer I've already revealed on my channel, and if you've seen the review, you know what I think about it. You should avoid it. It's wish fulfillment garbage. Everyone's essentially just acting as a yes man to the character, which could have been kind of cool. Kind of cool. You got, what is it? What was she? She was going to college to study medicine, gets warped in the world, and has to make do, or like figure out what's going on. Why am I here? What happened? I don't get any of this stuff, and instead it's just everything is pretty much handed to her. Nothing really comes difficult. Doesn't have to really explain what she's doing. Everyone's just kind of like, oh yeah, okay. And yeah, unfortunately, good premise, but just poorly done. It's got good cover art. Buy it for the cover art. I don't know. Other than that, nah, definitely avoid. Battle Mage Farmer by Seth Ring. Oh my god. So I've seen a lot of these people who are writing stories of... What are they writing stories? They're writing stories of, like, farmers or blacksmiths or potion makers or whatever, right? These jobbed fantasy adventure kind of things. And I'm like, these things can't possibly be any good, can they? Battle Mage Farmer made me laugh. It was entertaining. The fact that you can see on the cover, yeah, that bull gets all jacked. There's like was it a chicken or a rooster that gets all jacked? It's really, really weird. I thought it was going into wish fulfillment for a little bit, but not quite, but sort of. There's like conflict, so it's not quite wish fulfillment, but it's really, really close. But I don't know, just the weird nature of the story and the humor. the world that they made, trying to see if this character over there, for whatever reason, is actually going to end the world somehow. It kept me entertained. I actually enjoyed it. I actually enjoyed it. I also enjoyed book two that also came out last year, Germination. Yeah, book one and book two, and it looks like I think book three is either out. Okay, book three is out. I haven't read it yet, unfortunately. And it looks like book four is coming out this year too. So I'll be picking up book three and four and seeing if those go strong. But so far, Seth Ring, 4,000 people digging his stuff. I can see why. I can see why. So yeah, absolutely. I'll go ahead. I don't know, it got a little bit close to wish fulfill. Things come a little bit too easy for the main character, from my personal opinion. I'll give it a solid A. I won't put it as a solid S, like I think Arcane Arcanist is. Or not Arcane Arcanist. Sorry. Sorry. Different book. We're getting there. Academy Arcanist. Yeah, like Academy Arcanist is. But still, great story. Might want to pick it up. Moving right along to Blood of a Novice. This one was a little bit of a weird one. So Davis Ashra, or Ashura, again, names. I can see the world that he's built. This is not the first time that he's used these. No, not okay. Yeah, first time he used the characters, but not the first time he's used kind of like the mythology around the characters in this world. So I'm a little bit biased. I enjoy the world that he created. I enjoyed the previous series that he's written. It might be tainting my opinion a little bit. In the off chance it is, maybe I'll just give it an A instead of an S, just in the interest of fairness. But yeah, I like it. He's got a system in place where people are like learning magic and doing things, and there's other people who are like raw, kill everybody. So that part's not new, but the magic system is rather unique, so I like that. They always find a way to kind of make this character that's sort of struggling and not all wish fulfilling. So I like the struggle, even if it's told in a story of, if I remember correctly, they're in an academy, they're learning, they're doing the thing. But I think it's done well. I think Ashura's writing is just pretty solid. I think it's just pretty solid. So I'll go with it. I'll go with it. Brambles and Thorns, the Infinite World. Okay, so this is book four that was released of this series from JT Wright, and it's really, really, really awkward. Let's check it. Land of the Undying Lord. One of my faves. One of my faves. I love how the story begins. I haven't seen that before. I like the twist for the main character. Never seen that before. And I love it. I love everything about it. The characters they introduced, I thought they were pretty cool. They all had like their unique little things going on. Couldn't get enough of it. Couldn't get enough of it. Book two. A bond broken. Was a little bit shaky. I wasn't really as interested in it. I thought it was a little bit boring. I was getting a little bit worried for the series. Moonlight banishes shadows. I thought it was fantastic. Came back swinging. It's like, okay, okay, okay. This is what made the series good. And as you can see here, 5 stars, 5-star rating, well earned, well earned. But then Brambles and Thorns. Again, missing. Complete whiff. Complete whiff. They take the characters in a different direction. I didn't like what was going on. It kind of felt forced. They had new characters in. I didn't care about them. I saw what they were doing with them. I still didn't care about it. And it just kind of felt like we keep going from good to bad to good to bad. I'm crossing my fingers that the next book is going to be good. Please, please, JT Wright, get back on track. Go back to your roots. Find out why book one and like book three in particular, for example, were 5 stars on Amazon, and why you're getting some hate for book 2 and 3. Or sorry, 2 and 4. So hate to do it to you. It wasn't terrible. I'm not putting it at F tier, but I think it's B or C. Yeah, because C. I didn't like it. I didn't like it. I'll keep it out of the F tier. It's the previous installments are doing some heavy lifting. Cross my fingers. Hope book 5 is gonna be better. But yeah, I didn't like. Oh, broken interface. Oh my god. So when you see in the reviews that, okay, don't worry, the book gets better after 40%. You want to run that? You want to run that by me again, bro? I'm sorry. It's like, yeah, just stick with it. Stick with it. It gets better after 40%. No. Sorry. Maybe it does. I couldn't. So essentially, it starts off apocalypse. Character wakes up in a hotel room with a girl, and everything's explained. It's super boring. Try to get into a like deeply into a magic system, and I just like noped on out of there. The interactions were weird. The responses to what was going on was just like nothing even close to being reasonable. It's maybe it's Alex's. Let's see, who is it? Alex Kozlowski? Maybe it's his first novel. I'm not sure, but nah, nah. I think this book needs some editing, at least one rewrite. I think he has the beginnings of something, but nah, it's not for me. Maybe it is good in the other half, but keep in mind, the other half, dude. Keep in mind, right? This is a 700-page book. So telling your audience, don't worry, it gets better around 350 to 400 pages in. No, that means you need to rewrite that. Yeah, that means you need to rewrite it. It sucks. I was looking for a zombie apocalypse novel to read. I had my hopes up. Book dashed them. Sorry. Chasm Fall. This is book 4 of the Weird Key Chronicles, which is kind of interesting. Um, doesn't do complete reincarnation. You have a main character in book 1 that is kind of sent back to his real world to try to get back in the world to do the things that he wants to do because he was there, went badly, he got sent out to the real world, and then he wants to like get back in kind of Peter Pan style, I guess, or something like that. So that's kind of interesting. The magic system is interesting because you've got to essentially it kind of goes cultivation style, right? Where you're literally taking materials in the physical world, bringing them inside you to build the fortress of magic that will determine what abilities you have. And it's like, all right, that's okay. That's some pretty wild stuff there. Okay, that's some pretty wild stuff there. Sure. How's this gonna go? How's this gonna go? All right, I'm with you. I'm with you. But unfortunately, it's nothing completely spectacular. Unfortunately, like it's great. I think I'd probably give it B tier. Um, See, this one they went into the actual chasm of like lamentation or something, I think. And yeah, I'll give it B. I'll give it B. Like it's not bad. It's in the interesting things surrounding like the magic system and whatnot. Sure. Meh, I'll give it a B. Probably a C. I'll give it a B. Salvos. This is one of my favorites. So I have to be careful about this one. So I like this one because book 1, this is volume 5. It starts off with corruption and sentinels, and I do believe multiple volumes were released last year. So the idea is a demon winds up evolving and going into the mortal realm and has to figure out how to interact with humans and all of their weird, crazy stuff. She has some setbacks, sure, not a whole lot, but some of them. But it's just like a fun adventure tale with this demon who hates food and wants to get stronger to get back to her other friend demon that didn't come along for the ride. And while she's there, of course, everyone that finds out she's a demon kind of wants to kill her, so that's kind of oops. But, I mean, she's pretty strong. She's getting stronger. Her interactions with her human friends, her mortal friends, because there's more than just humans in the book. I mean, it's fun. It's adorable. I like it. I think she's a cute character. Corruption and Sentinels. I'll give it a high B. I don't think it's A tier. It might be. You can argue it's A tier because it's well thought out. It's very lit RPG, very stat heavy. But it's an entertaining tale. I might give it a high B. I might give it a high B. I could see going between B and A. I'm torn on it. It might change by the end. Oh, Destiny of a Prince, Book 6 of the Sylvan. This is actually the last in this series, and I'm biased. I'm giving it an S. When I first read this, it was a very short book. And I was like, I don't know if I'm going to be into this. The book is very, very short. I don't know. Is this really for me? I usually prefer longer novels. And this one was like 300 pages or something. And it's like, this is actually good. There's character progression. People are doing stuff. There's decent action. How is this all fitting into like such a short novel? It gave me it gave me the ability to look twice at books that were really, really short and think, you know what, they might actually still be pretty good even if they're really, really short. So I liked it. I like it. It's got setbacks. It's about an elf. Not a lot of books about it with elven main characters. But yeah, about an elf, and he's trying to make his way in the world as the warrior he's always wanted to be. And turns out there's a little something special about him that people don't like and want to kill him for. And every step of the way, he's not really given stuff. He has to fight and prove that he can be a warrior that's trusted and who people can have at their back. It's actually pretty good. And there's surprising about him history in the world. Like there's humans that are mentioned, but we don't know a lot about them other than they're kind of like over there. They're not immortal, so they're kind of looked down upon. Not looked down upon, a little bit looked down upon, but pitied definitely. And they're always looking to try to be immortal, and that has a little bit of a clash with the elves. It's just really good. I love it. I loved the entire series. It's clearly S tier, especially because the entire series avoided doing the dumb things like killing characters for no reason. Some characters do die, but it's not just like, haha, I'm edgy, bang, you're dead. We're not just like giving stuff to the character. We're not just like giving stuff to the characters. Yeah, I like it. S tier. If you haven't checked out the Sylvan, probably should. Probably should. Oh, Will White, Dread God. Okay, this one I'm uncertain about. So what I want to do immediately is S this thing. But here's the thing. Will. You have 11,000 reviews. You have 11,000 reviews on this. But when I scroll down, I see there are 0. You can see it right here. There are 0 2-star or 1-star reviews. Yeah. It's impossible there are 0, 2, or 0, 1. Because I know I reviewed this. I wasn't sure what I gave it, but my review's deleted. So now I'm really confused. There are 0, 2, 0, 1. My review's gone. Are you deleting bad reviews? Can you do that on Amazon? I'm very confused. Because I thought I gave it 3 or 4. I thought it was a little slow. I thought Dread God was a little slow, if I remember correctly. I wasn't sure, so I want to check my review. And that's when I saw nothing in 1 and 2, and my review was gone. So I don't know what I want to do. That alone gives me pause. Like, I feel like I have to reread this to know for sure. For now, I'll give it a B. But something pretty sketchy is going on. Because if I look at the first book, there's 1 and 2-star reviews. But yeah, it seems all of the 1-star and 2-star reviews disappear after book 7. And I don't understand how that's possible. So yeah, I think I'm gonna give that a B. And I'm definitely adding this on my list to reread. My best friend is an Eldritch horror. Oh my god. Read this one not too long ago, and this is a crazy book. So I thought this was going to be another one of those crappy novels. I usually space out, good books I know are going to be good and bad, and I shuffle them so I can get through the good ones, bad ones, good ones, bad ones, without, burning out on one or the other. I thought this was going to be a bad book. It's like, yeah, okay, fine. You get possessed by essentially Cthulhu, and that's just going to be weird and stupid. I enjoyed it. Call me an idiot. I actually enjoyed this. Apparently there's the Eldritch Horror that wants to end the entire world, and there's a bunch of other ones who want to end the entire world, and they're kind of racing to see who's going to end the world first. So to get stronger, the main character needs to make sure that his Eldritch Horror gets strong enough to kill the other Eldritch Horrors before they can, and then hope that he can stop his from ending all the... I don't know. It's gonna be a weird book. I'm looking forward to it though. It's a bit of a crazy book. It's a bit of a crazy book. Oh, Salvos again? Yeah, I'll just go ahead and slap those two together. That was actually pretty good. Oh my god, in Kazar. In Kazar is an easy F. Easy F. So this was book 2 of The Climate is Bob. Book 1 was pretty fine. I don't understand what happened. Book 2 was okay. Book 1 was okay. I would be like, it's probably B tier. It's probably B tier, fine. Or at least C, somewhere around there. Probably B or C. Probably B or C. Book 2, though, was just bad. I don't know what happened with book 2. Main character got out of the desert place with the fighting of the undeads and got to civilization, and then it's just like, I don't know what to do with this character now. I'm gonna have her make a relationship with another person, which the twists from that relationship, you could see that coming 100 miles off. Like, everything you could see in here was just choreographed. You knew it was going to happen before it happened, and it was just like, oh, I don't like it. I don't like it. In Kazar. Sorry, Clampetous Bob. I thought you were pretty bad. Lightblade I enjoyed. I wasn't sure what Lightblade was, other than there's apparently a dragon staring at a guy with a bunch of swords. I had no idea if it was a fantasy or science fiction or what was going on here. If you look close, you can kind of see him standing on something that I didn't notice when I first began reading it. There's actually, like, technology under their feet. That's a thing. It's got some elements of sci-fi on there too. I enjoyed it a lot. I won't give away too much because it's hard to without spoiling things. Suffice it to say, main character discovers some stuff. He doesn't turn OP. They do have training, and it is sort of a sped up version of it where they have to like bend like dimensions or whatever to slow things down, but it's done in a way that was interesting. If I remember this correctly, the fight sequences made sense. Leading to the fighting made sense. And yeah, I'm just on board. I'll definitely be reading book 2. I liked it. It was one of my better reads from that year. Sci-fi. Again. Shami Subble, Nexus Games. Was this 2022? I guess. If it's here, it was. This one, I think, was a little bit of a letdown. Because let's have this represent the entire series. There's like 3 books out or something. And they were kind of hard to get into. I think this goes between, no, you probably, if you're sci-fi, you might like it more. But for me, it's just like it goes straight from character to thing and no reflection. It goes character thing, next character thing, next character thing, level up fighting, like character progression, trying to figure out what's going on in like the general world. There's a whole bunch of things that just aren't there. And it just feels like it's for people who just want nonstop action. Even if you're not really sure why it's there. Like nonstop action. Essentially it's Nexus. Nexus Games is kind of like the Hunger Games. Only that thing over there will kill you and eat you if you piss it off. And they're essentially trying to go to, I don't know, Nirvana, Valhalla, whatever you want to call it. Some amazing thing afterwards where you have unlimited power and happiness. Yeah, and it's just weird. I'll give it a C. I wouldn't be surprised if you thought it was a B. If you're really, really into sci-fi and just like action, you might even give it an A. One-armed Beastmaster. I wasn't sure what to expect of this other than that cover, though. That cover was something else. There's 2 of them now. I enjoyed them. Essentially, gets recruited young, or drafted young, going off to war. Bop, loses his arm to a beast that his blood mixes with, and some of the beast starts like regrowing the arm, as you can see there, and it shifts forms and it can do different stuff. And over the course of the series, it starts going more and starts like going more than just the arm, like up the shoulder. It starts taking over his body. We're starting to wonder if he's going to completely lose himself to this thing. Like, what's going on? Other people are like, should should we be killing you? I mean, glad you got the arm back, buddy, and I'm glad you're attacking things that are out there trying to rip our faces off. But you're kind of scary, bro. Should we kill you? Should we kill him? Should we kill him? What do you think? So it's, I don't know. It's interesting. I enjoyed it. I didn't think I would. I wouldn't say it's A tier. I wouldn't say it's A tier. I'd probably give it B. I'd probably give it B. I didn't enjoy it as much as her. Definitely more than those two. I'll give it a solid B tier. I think it's nice. Outcast, Another World. This one's tough. This is weird because it's always weird when the author doesn't want you to know who they are. So this is book 3 by Kamikaze Potato. Why don't you want us to know who you are? Why are you hiding? It's kind of weird when an author does that. It's pretty shaky. It's pretty shaky. It's not bad. It's not bad. With the exception of Arnite Empire. Okay, this is getting a bit of a rework, isn't it? So maybe I'll keep it in C tier for now. Essentially, human goes to a world where all the humans were killed because it's lit RPG. There's leveling, and humans are addicted to leveling. Like literally, they get high off of it. So the more they level, the more the high overtakes them, the more they just want to chase that extra level, which means killing things and or every intelligent thing that walks, including people. So needless to say, other people didn't like that too much. So they had to wipe out all the humans. So I like that twist. That twist is pretty cool. Some people are like, oh, how I don't like it. They wiped out all the humans. They're just like me. It's like, that's because they're addicted to killing you. And they did. So I get it. Like, no one's in the right. Like, there's a thing that was affecting them. They should figure out how to like solve that. Like everybody in the world is just like in the wrong, from what I gather. Like everybody's in the wrong, and they were wiped out. And then he's here, and he has to try to be like, please don't kill me. I help. I'll sweep. Just don't kill me. I don't want to be here either, man. This wasn't my intention. Just please don't freaking kill me, bro. But yeah, he has to struggle because he gets experience. He levels, which gets him feeling the good stuff, and you have to try not to kill everybody. I think it's not bad. I might do it. What did I put? C? I could see C or B. Path of Ascension, yoinks. That's right over to S tier. I love Path of Ascension because I like the struggle. I like the characters. I thought it was very well done from Semantis because lit RPG is kind of hard to get right, and this does do them pretty good. There's a reason for them to be progressing. I like the journey in of itself. I like the character interaction. The mistakes that are made along the way are fun. The dialogue isn't stupid. It's just all around entertaining. Some people will probably be pissed that I put it above Battle Mage Farmer, but for now it's okay. Book 2 for it is out in February, it looks like. And I hope it stays strong. Yeah, this came out. I read. Okay, so like I said, this is for books that came out in 2022. This one came out in 2022, and after the Battle Mage Farmer, I'm like, okay, I was wrong about the farmer. The blacksmith one could be good too. Could be good too. I had to force myself to read this. Essentially, character winds up in the middle of nowhere with a shop and the blacksmithing stuff all there. He has blacksmithing skills, and it's just like donk, donk, donk. I'm making amazing things that no one's ever made before, and everyone's buying it. It's amazing. And then I like find this person. It's amazing. You figuring this out yet? It's wish fulfillment. But then again, maybe I'm the idiot for thinking it'd be anything other than wish fulfillment. Look at that cover. What else is it going to be? Of course it's going to be wish fulfillment. So for me, it's an F. For you, if you like wish fulfillment with, stupid cat girls that just throw themselves the main character, maybe that's what you're into. If you are, great. You might like it. I don't know. It wasn't for me. It's F tier. For me, it's F tier. Oh, second chance swordsman. I wanted. I wanted to like this. I was looking forward to it. The cover looked badass. Sat down with it. I like the premise. You have a main character who is trying to keep it's reincarnation. Trying to keep the humans from dying this time. He winds up with a horde of orphans. And suddenly he's like, okay, I know it's coming up. If I don't help these orphans, they're all gonna die. I'm not letting that happen on my watch. I'm gonna help all these people out. And it should have been good, but it's just boring and stupid. If he slowed down, it could have been good. But it's just like, oh no, I have to do this. I do this. Done with this. Off to the next thing. Okay, now I gotta do this. Gotta do this. Done with this. On to the next thing. It's like, you're just kind of jumping from job to job, essentially. There's nothing in between. Just like lifting up the things like character development, plot. Anyone see the character development or plot? Any plot? No, everyone's just like yes, man, in this person, except for the over the top villains who are literally trying to kill children to enhance their power. Are you kidding me right now? Like they're doing everything, including like we're going to kill all of these children, and then I'll become stronger. It's like what the fuck? No. I'm sorry. I wanted to love you, I did, but you're garbage, so I can't. Sorry, I make the rules. It's so bad, so bad. Arcane Artist. This is book 2 of the Chronicles of Anna Atticus Stone, and I love it. Sever Brawny needs way more readers. In fact, I'm gonna put it over here. I think it's the best thing I've read last year. That came out last year. Easy. Maybe not. I don't know. But yeah, totally so good. So good. There's an entire world here. It's nicely developed. It's got backstory. The magic is completely cataloged and ordered. It's nuts. I've already done a whole review on it. If you want, I got a whole review on it on my channel. If you want to read it, if you want to know more about it, click the video. So good. The Artificer's Chronicles character doesn't have any special abilities, winds up being able to make things with magic, kind of. I think it's okay. I think it was okay. I'll give it a B. It's probably actually closer to C, to be honest. Maybe a strong C? B is kind of getting... But no, I enjoy it. I think it was good. It could be better. I think it's a weak B. I think it's probably a weak B. But yeah, I thought it was fine. I thought it was fine. There were some twits in the end. There's a little bit of a whodunit. Though you kind of know who did it. And yeah, it looks like he's gonna be building stuff, which is good. Next book seems like he's going to be in trouble for it because that's the realm of the Mages Guild, and the Mages don't take kindly to other people dabbling in magic, because when you dabble in magic, things tend to explode and people die. Like, for whatever reason, magic calls down a whole bunch of bad stuff as a backlash. So they're trying to control this as much as possible. So I think the series has got some serious potential. I can't wait to see what he does with it. The Banneret. Right. Book 2 from Duncan M. Hamilton. It's pretty good. Main character had his family wiped out by... Were they zombies? I think they were zombie-like things. And then some people find him, and they're like, "Yeah, you're screwed. We'll train you." And they send him to be trained to be a banneret. Essentially, what would we call it? Not a lady in waiting. That's not the right word. A squire. Essentially, they're training to be a squire. So he's going around training with other. They're not knights. They're swords for hire, but there's a nobility to them. if that makes sense. It's all very interesting. It's all very interesting. I enjoy it. I'll give it an A. I'll give it an A. The False Ascendance. What was this? Oh, the loop. First one, I would give a solid S. Yeah, so it's kind of a weird one. So I know that there's this book that came out, and right, yeah, this came out in February of 2022. And then I know it's got Eldamari's Wrath, which I haven't read yet, and Samsara's Crucible, which I haven't read yet either. Oh god, it even has the Blade of Revelation, book 5, which is out, which I haven't read either. Book 1 was totally good. Essentially, the state is trying to create a mage user of biblical proportion. So they're putting him in a time regression loop where it goes back over and over and over and over again and makes you go through the most insane shit in the hopes that you either get stronger or your brain breaks and you go insane. They're hoping for the first one and not so much the second. And he becomes like this crazy necromancer, which no one counted on, controlling like death magic because you're killing him repeatedly and you're sending him through a never-ending nightmare. What do you think? So yeah, his death magic goes way off the charts before he breaks out of there. And in book 2, he's now out of there and he's had to be like, okay, what do we do now? I think it wasn't as good as the first one. I think wasn't as good as the first one. I'd probably give it a B, to be honest. First one was S. Second one was B. I'm scared for 3, 4, and 5. Oh god, the Fortifier. Yep, that's going to the F tier. Yeah, you're definitely going into the F tier with the Fortifier. So what is the Fortifier? It's about a person. Okay, so right away, if you look at that right there, what would you think it's about? Would you think it's a post-apocalyptic novel? You wouldn't, would you? But it is. Yeah, that's what it is. Exactly what it is. And it starts off post-apocalyptic with the guy hiding in an attic. And we're not told how he gets there. He's just in the attic now. Yeah, days passed. Like, a lot of people died, blah, 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 blah. World ended, who knows how, who cares. And now the guy's in the attic. So it's like, that's a weird way to start a book, but okay, maybe you're just anxious to get stuff onwards, and then it's just wish fulfillment. It's like, hey, I get this, and I get this, and I found these people, and bang, they're dead. And I gotta save these people. Oop, out we go. Bam, save them too. That's mine, that's mine, that's mine. Building stuff up. I don't even know if I finished this book, to be honest. It was, again, I have a hatred for wish fulfillment garbage where everything goes the NPC's way. There's just nothing standing in the way ever. Everything works out for them. Even the characters who are standing against them, they're gonna be gone in like a page or two anyway, so who cares? And it's not this. It's not whatever that was supposed to be. I was excited for this. I thought, okay, so we're gonna be like building like the Fortifier. He's like gonna be like some kind of like strong man against like everything. He's gonna be the bastion that we see in the picture. I have no idea what that picture has to do with anything in the book. I don't know. Couldn't tell you. Go fish. Grey Warden, I loved. Grey Warden's was very interesting. So this is Six Kingdoms Book 1. Can't wait for more by AFK. AFK. I just caught that. Cute. So like, what do I say about this? What do I say about this? There's various elements of magic. The main character doesn't have any of them. He's got something that everyone frowns upon. His whole thing is to like keep some scary things away from the powerful people. And he's told that's his only role in life. Oh, but it is so not. Turns out he's scarier than all the other scary things out there. And they're being kept down intentionally, hoping they never figure that out. Cool twist. I liked it. It's not wish fulfillment. Something standing in his way. He has a really hard time. It looked like everything was going and hitting the fan by the end of the book. I enjoyed the ride. I liked it. Maybe it's only an A tier though, not an S. Maybe I'm getting a little bit ahead. Maybe somewhere in here. It's hard to pin down where the Grey Warden goes, but I enjoyed the book. Oh, the Hedge Wizard. The Hedge Wizard called Hump. This was supposed to be a bad book. I enjoyed it. Not a whole lot, but I did enjoy it enough to give it a B. I enjoyed enough to get it a B. So I almost gave it a C or an F because it starts off with him taking up the mantle of his mentor, and it's clear the author really wanted you to feel for the passing of the mentor, but we're like on page 2. We've never seen him, heard about him, anything. It's like, that sucks. Can we get on with it now? No? Okay. So that was all. Book 1 and 2, I want to say, are out for this one. I read them both. Maybe it's solid C. Maybe it's a solid C. I don't know. It's kind of cute. It's kind of cute. He has definitely goes on adventures, finds ways to get into trouble. The good old hedge wizard hump. But I don't know. It grew on me. I don't know what to tell you. It grew on me. I liked it. I want to give it a B. I want to give it a B. I liked it. I liked it. I liked it. What do you want me to do? I liked it. All right. The Primal Hunter is where I'm starting to piss people off. So I have a problem. I need context in a book to really enjoy it. An 800-page book where someone spends all of it in the woods just shooting at animals and getting skills. A lot of people enjoy this. Like, that's got like 4K reviews or whatever. But I've got no context. Like, I just got the brother in the woods just like shooting things. Like, and that big scary monster. How scary? I know how scary that thing is. As far as I know, no one's ever fought it. No one cares if it lives or dies. He's just out there like, hey, you're a big scary monster. I'm going to shoot you now. With my bow. And some poison. It's like, okay. Like, I know some people, according to the reviews, what I've seen, they'd be like, Primal Hunter is an clear S tier, most amazing book ever. Raw. I don't know, man. You're gonna be angry if I put it here, aren't you? I mean, I guess it's well written. I just thought it was boring. I'll give it an A, I suppose. It's well written. I just think it's boring when one character is by themselves in the woods just hunting. It's like, yeah, now I killed me that. Now we're gonna go kill me this bigger thing over here. Phew. All right, I killed that thing over here. Now hey, look at me. I'm better now, and I got a cool mask. Now we're gonna go over here and hunt that thing. Pew! I hunted you too. It's like I don't know. I'm gonna. It's on my list of things to reread. More books keep coming out. People are like, oh my god, solid 5-star reviews on Amazon. It's like, I'm missing something. I'll give it another shot. I don't know what to tell you. Hey, look, the Wizard's Crown. F. Wizard's Crown is a great example of how you take a beloved series and shoot it in the head and bury it in the backyard. So, Michael G. Mann decided that in all his infinite wisdom that he wanted to keep raking in the money off of his series. So he took all of his characters and he killed them off in the dumbest manner possible, either figuratively or, actually. And yeah, that sucked. He killed them all off, both literally and figuratively, because he wants to do a thing. He like literally had one of his main characters like play with dead children. It's so stupid. It's so stupid. Screw this author. Screw this series. Don't ever read this book. The first ones are fine. Drop it in like, I don't know, book 3 or book 2. I don't know, 1, 2, 3, somewhere there. Don't go beyond, because by the time you get to book 5, it just sucks. The World Nexus. I'm enjoying. So this reminds me a lot of the Primal Hunter, because you have again a hunter type character, but you've got more context for what he's doing, and you've got more world building. I like this a lot more. I think the World Nexus is a solid story. Primal Hunter, not so much. Oof. Third Apocalypse, Volume 2. First one, I would say A tier, good reincarnation novel. I loved how it started. It was so good. I don't know what happened with book 3. I don't know. I'm giving it a C. I do not know what happened with book 2. Sorry, book 2, not 3. Don't know what happened to it. Don't know what happened to it at all. Felt kind of rushed. What happened was just kind of meh. I don't know. I don't know. Book 1 and book 2. It felt like they were written by two completely different authors. It was weird. So weird. Titan Hoppers. Loved it. Love Titan Hopper science fiction novel. Humans, I got a review on my channel of this one too. Humans out in space, don't know how they got out there anymore. It's been too long. They're living on these like huge behemoth-like structures called Titans, scrounging for what they need to survive. It's very interesting because like they've taken dungeon-like aspects, put them in space. You've got classes and skills, but no like XP or stat screens or whatever. You've got characters struggling. You've got setbacks. You've got characters personally persevering and overcoming their shortfalls. It's so good. It's so good. Titan Hoppers by Rob J. Hayes. Such a good novel. Such a good novel. Wandering Cultivator. What was this about? Wait, what's Wandering Cultivator about? Wait, what was this one about? I don't remember. Wandering Cultivator. Hey, you. Amazon, help me out here, brother. Just tell me the main character's name, I'll remember. Oh, Callan. Oh, Callan. I'm conflicted on this one. So you have book 1 and book 2, right? And book 1 of that was pretty good. Then book 2 starts years after book 1 with like new characters like already settled in, and you have to like kind of like pick it up as a new book again. I wasn't into that. It kind of felt like I was starting a brand new series on book 2, and it took me completely out of book 1. I wasn't enjoying it. Other than that, yeah, you got Wandering Cultivators trying to heal his family, which is great. He like leaves the road to success, the academy that he's in, because his sister needs help. So he's like going to be right there helping her and trying to figure out ways to heal her from her affliction, even at the cost of his education. I thought that was really touching. And then I got to book 2, and it was like, what am I reading? There were things left undone at book 2 and at the end of book 1 that are already done in the beginning of book 2. It's like, what? I wanted to read that. Sorry. You're lucky I'm not playing that into F tier. Wandering Swordsman, I liked as well. Thought that was a nice solid A. It's a short book. There's a sword. If it reaches the wrong people, everything's gonna end. And this poor dude, for who knows how long, generations and generations, have had to wander the world by himself to keep the sword out of other people's hands, just for a sense of duty. It's impressive. And the book starts off where he's at his end. He needs contact with other people, even if it means bad things are happening. Because leaving the world behind and just wandering, keeping the artifact out of the bad people's hands, isn't helping the world. It keeps going down and down and down. So there's a real struggle with the character. I enjoyed, and it's already got 3 books out. I enjoyed book 1 and 2. I'm looking forward to reading book 3. I'll be doing that this month, and you'll probably find that on my channel later. But yeah, of the books that came out in 2022, there you go. That's where I would go ahead and rank them. I hope you enjoyed this. If you've read any of the books on this list, tell me, what did you think of them? Do you agree or disagree with where I have them placed? Do let me know. Are there some really, really important books in the fantasy or sci-fi genre of 2022 that I missed? Always looking for recommendations. Go ahead and let me know down below as well. Till next time, enjoy reading, and I'll see you next time. Okay, everyone.